Thanks for doing the show.
Of course.
Sorry about the green room, I don't have any space, so I had to use my closet.
That's fine.
Is there anything I can get for you?
No, I'm okay.
Sorry, he won't come out.
I can see that.
Welcome to my studio. A lot of things have been going on in the news lately. Man, boy, I tell you one thing, the economy is horrible. The economy is so bad, Kato Kalin had to move into OJ's prison cell. Believe it or not, OJ Simpson is getting love letters. Prison officials said they know he likes one when he starts stabbing the envelope. So we had this historic election, which was great. Barack won. Wonderful. I want to say a lot of negative stuff about John McCain. Fact is, he's just way too old to be president. Come on. The guy has a weak heart. You can assassinate him with a starter pistol. You wouldn't even need the gun. Just lure him to a track meet. John McCain is so old, his doctor won't prescribe him time-release medication. Now, Barack Obama, on the other hand, the guy's a stud. A lot of people think that African Americans voted for Obama just because he's black. That's not true. I voted for him because he likes ribs. So Sarah Palin just signed a book deal. If she waits a couple of years, John McCain can ghostwrite it. So this is my talk show Hall of Fame. We start with Black Talk Show Hall of Fame, actually. We start with my former boss, Arsenio Hall. He's the man. Arsenio Hall lasted 5 years on the air. That is incredible. So, I have nothing bad to say about him whatsoever. Keenan Ivory Wayans, very talented producer. Keenan Ivory Wayans lasted 7 months. So, if this was a pregnancy, it wouldn't even be full term. We have Magic Johnson. Hey, Magic Johnson, a great athlete. Everyone knows that. A talk show host? Magic Johnson lasted 2 months. That's like a sublease. We have Vibe. This was Quincy Jones' show, actually, and Chris Spencer was a host. Chris Spencer lasted 6 weeks on the air. 6 weeks. So I think I can at least beat Chris Spencer. And this is me, Michael Alexander, first day. After this commercial break, we'll be back with my guest, Patty Vasquez.
What is shit?
My first guest had her own one-woman show. It was called Pregnant Party Girl. She's a regular at Zany's comedy clubs here in Chicago. I'll big hand for Patty Vasquez. You able to park? You make sure they're parking around?
I had to loop around a couple times.
Right.
But gas prices are down, so it's not that bad.
No, well,
yeah.
I'm excited that you even showed up here at all. You're in my apartment, and most guys who just ask someone to come to their apartment and they're going to film something, it's kind of questionable.
You know I trust you. Kind of, right?
Well, I've known you forever. How long have I known you, Patty?
14 years.
My God.
Right?
When you first started doing comedy, I think I've known you since maybe the second or third time. Right.
Yeah.
You auditioned downtown at Zany's.
Yep.
Yeah. That was cool.
That was, you actually helped me get hired because you and Dobie told Bert that girl shouldn't be here. Do you remember? You guys were talking to him.
Nah, probably.
You were the feature act.
I must have been interested in you or something.
No, you were the feature act. It was Frankie Bastille was the headliner that week.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Frankie Bastille, I remember that. Yeah. You did a great job that week. I remember that. You did a great job.
Not so much. It was alright. I was just starting out. I did a great job for doing comedy for 9 months. So.
No. Well, I thought you were very strong.
Do you know what Frankie Bastille told me? He said, I wouldn't tell you this unless I thought you had potential. He goes, you talk too fast, you telegraph the punchlines. When you do the announcements, you suck all the energy out of the room, but you're going to be great.
That's a fond memory for you? So he basically told you you're doing everything wrong.
Exactly.
And, 14 years later, he's on a high pedestal for you.
Yes,
okay.
well, he's dead, so that kind of helps.
Oh, is he dead?
He's died.
Excuse me, Frankie.
Yeah,
you were a genius.
He was pretty good. Do you remember the last night he came down off the stage and stood in the middle of the crowd and read poetry or something? Really, it was bizarre.
He read poetry?
Yeah,
he stopped comedy to actually do poetry.
In the middle on a Sunday night, because there were only 18, 20 people there. And he brought the microphone stand into the crowd, put on sunglasses for some reason. Yeah, he really did that.
Wow, and he still got paid.
Because there were some comics that owe me some money for getting off stage early when I used to MC. I won't say
No, I've bailed many times before, on stage. If the crowd's not good, I'm not that diligent. So, look, if I'm not doing good after 3 minutes and I'm supposed to do a half an hour, I'm doing 4 minutes.
Really?
And still trying to get full pay.
No.
It's never actually worked that way, but,
You don't go through